Welcome. In this session, I will discuss how we can estimate limits from graphs. We are going to estimate certain limits of the function whose graph is shown here. The first is the limit as x approaches -4 from the right of this function. So we let x approach -4 from the right, so x is moving like this. The corresponding points on the graph are moving along the graph, which means the movement is along this portion. The values for the function are the y-coordinates, so we see what happens to the y-coordinates. So the y-coordinates are also approaching 0, which means this limit is 0. Next, we will do the limits at -2. If we let x approach -2, we can do it from the left or from the right. Let's do that separately. From the left, if x moves towards -2, the points on the graph are moving like this, and the y-coordinates are approaching y-coordinate of this point, which is 3. So the limit of this function from the left at -2 is 3. From the right, x goes like this, so the points on the graph are going along this graph, and the points approach again this corner, and its y-coordinate is 3 because it's still the same point. So it doesn't matter in which direction we approach -2, the limit is 3 in both directions. So two-sided limit is also 3. Next, we are going to look at the limit at 0. From the left, so the points on the graph go along the graph towards the origin. So the points are approaching the origin, the y-coordinates are approaching 0. But from the right, the graph goes like this, which means the points are approaching this point, the y-coordinate is -2, so the limit from the right is -2. The two one-sided limits are different, which is reflected in the graph in the fact that there is a break in the graph. Since the one-sided limits are different, the two-sided limit does not exist. The next one is the limit at 2. At 2, from the left or from the right, the graph is going like this, so the points are approaching this point. It's the same in both directions, and the limits are both 0 because the y-coordinate of the point they are approaching is 0. Since the two one-sided limits are equal, the two-sided limit exists and equals the common value 0. Finally, we are going to do the limit at 4 from the left. So this is 4, and so the x-coordinates are going like this. The points on the graph are headed in the direction of this arrow, which is pointing more or less straight up, indicating that the graph is going towards infinity as you approach 4, which means the limit from the left at 4 of this function is infinity. So this concludes this example, and I will stop this session here. Goodbye for now.